Hello, everyone, and welcome to Claret and Booze. It's Nick. This is a evening ramble. Two in a day. What can I say? Done that video earlier on about managers sort of poo-pooing Fonseca and Lopetegui effectively. And just as I uploaded it, fucking news broke. Ornstein, everyone else, Ruben Amorim, links with West Ham. I'm looking at it. I'm like, fuck off. Really? Because look, listen, people, don't forget, you can go back and you can check. It's all there. 6 months, 7 months, maybe 8 months ago, I came out with a story. And I've stuck to this the whole way through with a contact that I've got that's close to the board that came to me and assured me and said that they were stringing David Moyes along because they had a manager lined up for the summer. No matter what David Moyes did this season, he was not going to stay here. Was I getting nervous throughout the season? Yes, I was. Kept checking with him. He kept on saying, Nick, don't worry, it's all in hand. Don't worry about it. Still got a bit of a panic on. I also said at the time as well that when Tim Stein came in, he's implemented this 3-4-3 system in the youth academy, obviously with the help of Noble, and that is filtered through from the under-23s all the way through to the really young age groups are all playing the same way because that is how proper clubs do it. You know, you do it from the ground up. Everyone plays the same because that way it's an easy transition for anybody to from a youth academy to come into the first team because they're all being coached the same way and playing the same level of football. Obviously, 3-4-3 is completely alien to what David Moyes does. But as we've seen with the youth academy and the youth teams, it's brilliant. It's beautiful to see. Well, not many other teams play that way. I did make a link to Alonso because I wasn't given a name. So I was never given a name of a manager. But what they did say was that there is a deal agreed or agreed in principle with someone to join in the summer. But categorically, they said the media narrative is going to be, we back Moyes, we back Moyes, we back Moyes. Now, we know that we've got Sean Whetstone, who is still saying the same thing. They haven't made their mind up yet. Because when you take a blanket media approach, what Sean doesn't realise is he is part of the media. They're going to give him the same message. Told him that. Muppet, puppet. Had the bet with him, 5 months ago, 100 quid. So, like I said to you, I've been saying this for a long, long time. I've been reiterating it. And the fact of the matter is, it looks to me, I'm yet to have this clarified. I'm going to get it clarified. It looks to me like this is the man that was always planned to come to us. Always. And it looks like this could be a bit of an emergency fucking dispatch because if this is his team that he's taking over next year, he's going to be watching from afar, horrified at what's happening, going, fuck me, something's got to happen here. We need to at least try and get into Europe or try and save some of these players that are getting disgruntled. He's flying over from Sporting Lisbon. Now, Sporting Lisbon are 10 points clear of the Portuguese league with 6 games to play. They've got a plus 60 goal difference. This geezer's win rate is mental. Mental. I haven't got the exact stats in front of me earlier on. I had a look. It's something stupid like 127 wins in 150 games or something like that. It's obscene, the win rate. This is a geezer who took Arsenal apart, took Tottenham apart in the Champions League. Just different level. I thought Ruben Amorim was more out of our league than Alonso. I thought we'll have more chance of getting Alonso because Alonso's only been doing a job really for a senior level for a year. And I said back then on the video, I've just watched it to make sure I weren't making it up. And I said, I don't think Alonso's going to go on to win the league. And if he doesn't, then we might have a chance of getting him. But obviously if he does, then we won't. Well, he's won it. We ain't got no chance. He's going to go somewhere massive. But Ruben Amorim and Alonso, I had them pegged for the Bayern Munich and the Liverpool job, so I didn't think we was going to get anywhere near him. Ruben fucking Amorim. This geezer is like, you could not find a better fit for what we want. If you have a look at his backstory, go and Google him, have a look at what he's done. You know, when he came through the team, he came in, he brought all the fucking youth players in, transformed the way they was playing. Unbelievable story. Brilliant manager. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Be careful what you wish for, people. Be careful. Now, it ain't done yet. I ain't going to get carried away. But if this does get done, I'm going to be unbearable. I'm going to be fucking unbearable. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm not going to pretend like I knew that it was Ruben Amorim because I didn't. I didn't know it was him. I didn't know who the manager was. I've always said I didn't know who it was. But I have always maintained that I've been told that there is a manager lined up for the summer. Now, is he going to come in before then? I think he could. I think he could come in before then because if you are Ruben Amorim and you're coming in now, you're probably looking at that Premier League table, and even though it's out of our hands, Europe now, the uplift that you get with, look at what we did against Leverkusen. You know, the uplift that you get is remarkable when you bring a new manager in, especially somebody like that. Back when Jared Bowen signed his deal, none of it made any fucking sense. Tim Steidten had this lined up. He had this lined up. It's been lined up for ages. Everyone's been strung along, including David Moyes. They've dangled a carrot in front of him because they've known it. They've had to wait until the end of the season because Ruben Amorim is obviously a man of honour. He wanted to finish the season with Sporting Lisbon. That makes perfect sense. And it also allowed Tim Steidten to get his backroom staff in and get the machine in place, get the youth academy playing the 3-4-3 for a full year as well, because this guy uses youth players. He does. And he will know full well that we've got an amazing batch of youth players that he can make the most of. This is fucking phenomenal news. Phenomenal. The best news. The best news you could ever have. This would make this the most beautiful end to a fucking season you could ever imagine. I don't give a fuck if we lose the next 4 now. I don't care. I'd love us to get into Europe now. I would. I'd be so excited because this is next level. This is a geezer that will take us to the next level. 100%. This is a bloke with Tim Steidten and with Ruben Amorim. When you look at what Leverkusen have done in the Bundesliga, this is a combination of player, you know, the youth academy, manager, director of football, and funding, because we're going to have a fair bit of money to spend that can take us to the next fucking level over the next few years. If we're going to start running things the right way. I never dreamed that we could go and get a manager like this. Moyes still had to go. But to all those, if this happens, that have been saying, be careful what you wish for, look at what he's done, blah, 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 blah. He deserves another contract, you know. Ooh. Well, fuck me. Like I've just said, if this comes off, I'm going to be unbearable. I am. Because I've always thought that West Ham are a sleeping fucking giant. I've always thought that. I have deep down. Especially now, we're in that club, we're in that stadium. Am I excited? Am I hyping that? Fucking yes, I am. This is mental news. I don't give a fuck. I've been buzzing since I saw that article, and I didn't want to believe it. I'm like, no way, not him. Because if anything, I'm not just saying this now because we ain't getting Alonso. I did think he was more out of reach than Alonso. He fits better. He's more experienced. As a manager, he's more experienced, and he does exactly what we want him to do. Plays beautiful football, uses youth players. And winning is what he fucking does. Have a look at his record. Have a look at his record. This is monumental. If we get this done, it's monumental. And like I've said before, I'm not going to go on. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. Voldemort. I don't want to talk about him. It's done. This is a new phase. This is what we want. This will be amazing, beautiful. But I am going to enjoy it a little bit. If we do go out and get him, the torture that we've had where people said we can't do better than David Moyes. What do you think you are? You're West Ham. That's how you've got to play football. That's how you've got to do it. What do you want? What do you want, West Ham fans? This is what I fucking want. This is what I want. Ruben Amorim. He's being flown over on a West Ham funded jet with a bloke sitting in the passenger seat with a scarf around his fucking neck. He's bringing him to London. And I'll tell you what, you don't, like I've already said, I might have already said this, I might be going around in circles. You don't leave your club 6 games before the end of the season unless you've got a deal agreed in principle. Because the Sporting Lisbon players are reported to have 2 days off of training now. 2 days. They've been given 2 days off. He's already won the league. I'm sure he'll want to go back there and see it through. They've won it anyway. I think Benfica are 10 points clear. There's 6, so they can mathematically they can get back into it. But Sporting have won the league. They've won it. He's done his job. He's done his job there. His next job, West Ham. West Ham. Ruben Amorim. Eh? I mean, come on. This is fucking ridiculous. Honestly. Broken by Ornstein. Broken by X. Pictures of him getting on a jet. Honestly, this is amazing. And also part of the article with... Because he's been linked. Look. Managers like Amorim are always going to get linked to the massive club. So he was linked with Liverpool. That's another reason why he dismissed it. But apparently Liverpool ain't even considering him. Good. Fucking good. Go and get someone else. Go and get Gary O'Neill. I don't give a fuck. If we get this geezer, I'm going to be so happy, so smug. So smug. And it's just going to be, this is what I'm emotional now. But in a good way. I'm going to sleep well tonight. I just thought I'd leave you with that cheery little ramble. I think this is happening. There's no way he's left Portugal to come over here. Players have 2 days off if they're just going to talk about the deal. The deal's been spoken about. They've agreed it in principle. He's coming over here now to fucking seal the deal. That's what he's doing. I'm firmly believing, and I haven't got no inside information on this, but I am firmly believing that Ruben Amorim is in the fucking building, Moyes is out the fucking building, and we're going to the next level. Come on, you hands! Oh, fucking hell, I feel horny. See you later.